Pretty obvious place to start, I guess, in terms of your squad and the number of players you've got available. I know you've struggled with a lot of issues in recent weeks. Where are you at today? Do you have any more players back, do you think, for the weekend?
Yeah. We've got a number of players returning, which is really good news for us. So yeah, we're in a much better place than what we were in the previous game.
Can you give us some names as to players who are available or weren't previously?
Yeah, we got Patson Daka is back. Luke Thomas will be back. Kagler Soyuncu will be back. Kieran Dewsbury Hall, and James Justin, which is great news for us, will be available, and maybe not to start, but he's back into the squad again.
How much easier does it make your life to have so many more players to be able to call upon this week?
Well, clearly it does make it a lot easier. I think over the last couple of games, I think according to the rules, in the FA Cup game, the rules are different to the Premier League. So in the FA Cup, you have to play, of course, under 23s and under 18s, and that's what we did do. And of all the other games, we've been trying to put out a team and a squad that can be really competitive. In the game against Everton, according to the rules that are now stipulated by the Premier League, you have to have 13 players and a goalkeeper, and we didn't have that. We had 8, so the rules dictate then that the game wouldn't go ahead. So this now, at least the returning players, gives us a chance to get on with the fixtures, and that's what we've always done. The Norwich game that was called off a number of weeks back, that obviously wasn't ourselves. This Everton game, this was a game that was actually put in by the Premier League, but it wasn't a scheduled game. Man City, Liverpool, these are games because we want to play games. But hopefully now we can get some players coming back, which thickens the squad and allows us to push on now.
On Patson Daka coming back, obviously that'll be welcome news given the absences you've had, particularly in that central striker role. But in an ideal world, would you have perhaps introduced him gently to the team rather than, I would imagine, he's in line, is he, to possibly start?
No, not at all. He's a player that he's come in with experience. He's a young player that we will see improving and developing over the coming years. But I've been delighted with the impact he's made in European games. He was getting some starts to gain his confidence. It's a new league, so he's adapting to the style and the intensity and the physicality of the Premier League. But he's coped really, really well, and every time he's played, he's looked really dangerous. So no, there's no hardship to be playing him. But of course, when we have Jamie and Kelechi, there's 2 other fantastic strikers there as well.
Are you a bit surprised? I know they've got quite a few games in hand, but their position in the table at the moment, does it surprise you to see them there?
Listen, the nature of the league this season is that there's teams that have played more games than other teams, so it's hard to gauge. I can only look really at performance, and I've seen them recently play. They lost against Manchester United, but I thought a lot of the game they were very good in. So and of course they've had injuries as well, but you can't doubt the mentality of the team. They're a very difficult team to play against. You can't doubt Sean and the work that he's done there, which has been incredible. So you always have to prepare against Burnley for a tough game.
Tactically, I wonder how different Burnley might be from an attacking sense now Chris Wood isn't there in their sort of attacking dynamic, or will it, if there's any change at all?
No, I don't think there's any change. Burnley play really good football. They've got really good players. 2 centre-halves that are strong, experienced in the league. Full-backs that can get forward and pass the ball. Ashley Westwood in midfield, who's a great passer of the ball. And with Jack Cork, who I know very well, he's very competitive and a good footballer. On the sides, they get players that can cross the ball with quality. And up front, Chris Wood has left, but you get Jay Rodriguez, who's a fantastic player maybe not as big, but he's still a physical presence. And then maybe Aaron Lennon in behind or Vidra in behind. So the dynamic's still the same. They play a very flexible 4-4-2 system that passes the ball well, that competes, good in set pieces. So they don't need to revolutionise like one of our guys said earlier, they will play how they play, and they have players. Chris going, of course, is a disappointment, but Sean will have the next one to come in, and then they'll play the same way, I'm pretty sure.